Hello everyone, my name is Zero, also known as Project Eclipse, also known as Ultimate Fun in this game. Last time I've talked about Ultimate, like complete guide for this game. This time I wanted to focus only on most efficient XP route, which will be in this regard doing Fractal Vice, last boss. We won't be stopping for any chests because I already cleared them, but anyway, I wanted to present you most efficient way to do this boss. So even, you know, considering you don't perfectly time your dodges, you don't, for example, use your abilities as well, like this team comp has the most margin of error that you can possibly make. So without further ado, I'm gonna just quickly present you, because I'm finishing this team comp and it's been a pleasure to do this Fractal Vice with this team comp. Keep in mind, you will need to be doing and surviving wiping mechanic in this setup. If you wanna survive wiping mechanic, you need these characters on at least level 44, I believe, or with additional defense stats. Q may sometimes die, but you will see in a bit why is this happening. Okay, this is our usual build, no surprise there. Low cost tension cards. This is Tsuruko, this is Q, this is Minami. Do you remember in complete guide I've talked about importance of having a shielder? Minami is our shielder in this composition, providing us with additional defense, which in this particular situation will be used against wiping mechanic. So even if I miss my perfect counter, I will still survive the boss. Q may die. He is focused only on damage dealing and basically clearing all the trash from sneak attack, so we don't really worry about that. And Tsuruko is our main gear in this regard. Quick view on Patimons, quick view on skills distribution. This is how it looks like. XZ1, 4 rank on Q, and Minami is like rank 4. I think I have like one of her copy, or do I have no? Yeah, I have one copy of her, one copy of Tsuruko, 0 copies of Q. This is my Patimon stats. For Q, we've been focusing on ultimate set from Gladiator. That's the most important because you want this extra damage for clearing trash waves, basically. That's why we focus on Gladiator. Attack, as I said, secondary stat, either defense, either crit rate. Ultimate skill efficiency. This is very important. Q skill ultimate takes 2 tension. So even if you think 12% is insignificant, in this regard, it can be significant because you will still keep your level 1 tension with this refund from these two. 12 and 7%. It's almost 20% of refund. From level 2 tension ultimate, it's quite a lot. So keep that in mind whenever you roll on your gear. It may help a lot. On Tsuruko we have basically everything. She has a little bit of defense, stamina, ult efficiency, not really used, but honestly I wanted here a little bit more attack and crit rate. Crit rate, why? Because she sends a lot of projectiles, so chance is that she will use this crit rate is higher than whenever you are using one big swings from melee characters. So she's pretty good, pretty happy with any crit rate because she's doing multiple hits every time with the push of the button. And also whenever she's in her zone with enemies in the zone, you can basically use your strategy skill and just deal additional damage on them. So that's basically good. Yeah, I will be mostly playing her in this team composition and we'll see how it goes. I expect smooth sailing through the dungeon, so let's start. As we will go through, I will tell you a bit of tips regarding sneaking by enemies, because that may be important. The most annoying are the drones that keep patrolling and have this like wrong radius. We just wanna sneak by. Mouses, which are down here, do not react at all. Unless we are like... Okay, we are not gonna take this one down. There is exit right away. But basically, like, do not run around the enemies. That's the first rule in Fractal Vice. You sometimes wanna get through things fast, but many enemies react to the sound. So if you start running too close to them, you will be caught. And you don't wanna be caught by fast enemies. Like, the fastest are the crowning robots, the secondary fastest are the mouses, and then there are the small guys. Sneak attack gives you level 2 tension, so instantly we open up with Q. This is almost over at the start, before it even starts. Take a look like at my rotation with Semba, if you manage to catch that. I always, whenever I'm doing one rotation, second rotation, and the third, which sends extra balls, and you know, she's doing like this sort of longer animation with backflip, I press additional counter attack to send additional balls. You need a little bit good of timing, but I think it helps a little bit with generating more resource in the fight. So keep in mind that once again. 1, 2, 3, and I mix this with counter attack. You see, 1, 2, 3, and you have basically double value of the balls that you are sending towards the enemy. Very good, very important to keep in mind, but also do not overuse this, because on the bosses you may sometimes need your stamina for countering enemies. Okay, anyway, that's it about basically tutorial how to get sneak by. I think I need to go that way, so I will just run. I'll just run and avoid all of that. As I say, if I were to do a chest run, I would basically clear it a little bit more efficient. But you know, in this regard, we don't get any XP from these lower level mobs, so I have to avoid them. We take the key. Sadly, the Q will miss one robot. And as you can see, crit statistics procs pretty nice. No one will ever get any damage in this composition. Yeah. Okay, I wanted to go this way. Okay, we can go this way, I think. Oh, I think I went the wrong way. Okay, anyway. Let's get the key. This one enemy is ranged, so it will be harder to deal with this one mini boss in particular, because as a melee character you won't get perfectly timed dodges with this perfectly timed counter hits, sorry, against flamethrower attack. So this one is pretty much a switch for a ranged character. For your convenience, of course. It's still doable with melee, but you know, I recognize being it significantly harder without switching to ranged character. As you can see, refunded. I had tension level 2. I still remain at tension 1. I try to move away from the teammates so they don't get ricocheted by the lasers, because it sometimes happens, sadly. The main thing with Semba is to put your no, I mistimed it, I guess. And there we go again. No, he won't. He'll do it later. Okay, I got this. I'm getting stuck. I hate this boss, to be honest. But we don't care. We'll beat it anyway and regen any HP on the future clears. So that's okay. No big deal there. We continue. I hope there was like... I should have changed the position to the... or not. Yeah, there is exit. I think I should have gone the other way. Like here, the other passage will probably lead to the next. Don't run around this. So annoying. Yeah. There was the way I had to go. Yeah. As I said, your main focus with Semba will be putting down the area of healing so that your enemy and your teammates will be on the same place around the zone fighting. You can move the zone if you misplace it by using your secondary skill, but keep in mind that it has to be casted for a little bit to change the place. But Q with his abilities is mostly taking the attention of the enemies, so you should always be free to do your rotation. That's why, as I said, this team comp is pretty much beginner friendly for making mistake. At least on your side, because you know AI can pretty often die under a lot of pressure. AI will not keep alive Q for too long if the boss will be pressuring him and you won't bring him enough heals to sustain that. So keep that in mind always. And that's basically it. That's my rotation. That's what I've always been doing since the start of the game. To be honest, at the start of the game I didn't even notice that I had secondary attack on this character. I was just spamming the balls and having fun with that. But yeah. So you'll see how we are surviving the wiping mechanic pretty soon. I just need to get by... I think there is like... yeah, no, I cannot run. I need to get by this way. Okay, I'm running him. There's no point of sneaking by. And there we are at the boss. It can probably done... it could have been done faster. I could have avoided one mini boss along the way. Because he spawns and before he moves it takes him a little bit of time, so we could have sneaked by. But anyway, Red Soul tie. Extreme fight, the most difficult fight yet in the game. Obviously I'm gonna time my dodges as much as I can. As you see in rockets, you wouldn't be able to avoid the rockets with melee counter hit. That's only privilege of the... oh, I mean... I misjudged my attack, but that's okay. As you see, another projectile, you wouldn't be able to counter parry it with melee. So this fight is pretty much dependable on your range knowledge. Obviously there are situations whenever you could parry it with the melee character easier. Oh, I was too far away to counter that too. I'm getting... as you see, the stamina usage in this fight is pretty high. Okay, Q is getting a lot of attention right now. I'm gonna get hit Okay, that's good. Not good that I'm in the middle of the street. He's doing this attack. It's easier to not try and counter this, because it has very strict window on this. I could try. It's much easier to counter this. And now we are pushing for the break. Now he will turn into his wiping mechanic. We are ready for the wiping mechanic, but I'm not gonna try to mistime it now. We should be able to have one more chance at this at the very end, so I will show you how we are surviving. As you can see, I waited for the second move up until very last moment that I could dodge. He's doing a little bit of slight movement there. And now we are getting into our rotation. There is this sneak attack. He's getting more crazy obviously at this point. We don't do as much damage, so we have to learn this fight by heart. You can honestly imagine how much I was flying around. And one more thing, Minami is my support character, so she had all the support gear, so you can see the importance, how much damage it boosts. Okay, he should be on his last stage, so he will now do last wiping mechanic, right? No, he won't be. I didn't do enough damage, so I think, or maybe I did enough damage, so he skipped. So we will skip his wipe mechanic suddenly. But you have to believe me that with shields you can survive wipe mechanics. Sadly, this team comp is too good at what it can do to present its error potential. But you can see, like, even when I was getting damage, right, I could heal it pretty well, because even Minami could heal me outside of my healing zone. Her heal's like pretty dependable on... She can throw it anytime. Not like Koichi that keeps his heal until you are very low, because his heals need to be stacked before used. Yeah, like Minami throws her heals pretty often, and it works very well, because heavy heals are on me to move my zone to heal Q or me along with the boss. On the break, you want to place your AoE effect on the boss whenever he's broke. Do not try this during fight. During fight you should be focused on not receiving damage, because if you dodge well, your AI friend piloting other characters will also dodge well. Yeah, that's basically it. And never lead enemy projectiles towards your AI companions, because he may not notice that he's being focused as well. So you will make a dodge, but AI may not, and he will get an after shot with that. That's basically it for this video. I hope it kinda helped. Like, try using Minami if you have her. She's very helpful in this fight. She will let you survive wiping mechanic, and if you have some heavy healer as well as a Semba, then you will be able to instantly heal after the wiping mechanic if you survive. That's basically it. Also, the other way around, you may try even additional shields with Senju, but I am not sure if AI will be piloting him better, because his shield is pretty dependable on the stack of fire that he gets. He needs to fulfill his fire stacks, and this fight is pretty crazy at times, and he has long swing animation because he has big weapon. Okay, that's basically it. Remember about your shield users. Either Senju, either Minami should be leveled, and pair it with additional healer to have perfectly stable composition during this fight. Peace!